Dear Freak Show, I have had no luck with the hookup dating culture. All of the swiping and everything else has not made it conducive to me to find my person. So my mom has had luck with online dating and has urged me to try and do the same. I started a profile, and when she looked at it, she was shocked at, I guess, the standards that I had called for to have a date. She asked me, "Are you kidding?" I didn't think that these were too high. It was just what I'm looking for if I'm going to find a person that is mine. I'm 31 years old. I don't have kids, and I'm very career driven, and I'm looking for the same. I have a great job, a car, and I currently rent in South Tampa. I'm looking for a man who can match what I bring to the table or even more. My settings that I put into my screening for the dating site says the person must be at least 6 feet tall. They must make over $150,000 a year. It must own a car and own a house, and I'd like them to own a boat. I don't want him to have any children as well, and I made that specific in the profile. They have to have a clean record, and I want them to have a degree. I know college isn't for everyone, but I think that my man is going to have to be educated. And also, I'm looking for somebody with above a 750 credit score. I want to set my relationship up for success, not failure. And my mom says that I'm eliminating a lot of candidates, but I don't feel that way. I can date and marry anyone, so why not try and get to the best that is out there for me? Am I shooting too high or blocking my blessing? Mom seems to think so. Signed, Tiny.
I mean, stick with those settings for a little bit and see who pops up. If nobody pops up after a while, then you may want to lower your standards.
If you're on a dating site and you put in all these in queue and then hit enter, they bring up everybody that fits that category.
Yeah.
So that means
that
means that the people would have to go in there and say, "This is my credit." Like they check your credit score on dating things.
Some of them. I mean, I it's been a long time for me, but yeah, some of them actually do. It depends on what you're looking for, and she's looking for someone very specific. These people do exist, though.
You don't think she's shooting like way too high, though?
Of course, but why not shoot for the stars?
Because let's just go for.
I don't like it.
Let's go strictly statistics, just with the money aspect. You want somebody that makes more than 150K? People that have made more than 100K in America, you are talking about only 18%. So now you're talking, you're like
only 18% did what?
Yeah.
Only 18% of Americans made more than 100K last year.
Okay.
So you have whittled, and that's in America.
That's just
so
in
now
America.
you whittle that down to South Tampa.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people in South Tampa do it, but them numbers.
Okay.
And then a 750 credit score? That's really
you
good.
You better be bringing a lot to the table, not only with, education, your job, and looks, because these specific guys that you're looking for are going to have a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So
That's
I have never been on one of those, because she said online dating. So that's like Match.com or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you like... Because I'm trying to figure out how to word this without sounding dumb.
Okay.
If you could pick 3 things that are important for who you're going to date.
Mm-hmm. I would have some
but like $150,000, that seems a little unreasonable. So if money is in there, that's one.
That's not reasonable.
$150,000?
Sure.
What are you trying to marry somebody that's a drug dealer or something? Like, who got all that?
There's way more people out here.
$150,000 is a little bit of a separation from the norm.
Can I ask you
Yes, of
a
course.
question, Meredith?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were single,
Right.
Is this criteria like close to what your criteria is?
I mean, this is like the ideal dream for some girls. You know what I mean? So, would you like to marry somebody like this? Of course. She needs to lower her standards. That's why I said keep it like this for a little bit and see what you get. But I understand why she wants somebody like this. Is it going to happen? Probably not.
My standards are low.
Yeah.
My standards low?
I guess so. I think both of ours are low, because I'm like, and you know what's so funny? I would bet that guys wouldn't. Give me your top. If you're texting us, because I know everybody's going to be texting in heavy. Text or call 888-429-0941. I want to know, pick 3 things that you would put on a online dating profile to try and find you a partner. Like, is it the wage? Then put yours up there. Because guys don't Guys don't look. Guys
Never.
want. When has a guy ever said, "I know if I find me a girl, she better have at least $150,000"?
Never. I've never.
Like,
heard that
and
from
maybe
them.
we should. Maybe we're hustling backwards. But I got to tell you that
Yeah.
I don't know too many guys who have ever said to the group chat,
Yeah.
"I got to find me a girl that got some money."
Yeah,
like
this-
they always looking for a big booty and a smile.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
this,
it.
This
Which
girl wants. This
ain't really
girl-
smart.
This girl wants a guy over 6 foot, 150K.
I know.
Yeah, I'm
750
sitting
credit
here
score.
like I could never make it
She
on her
want a
page.
unicorn. She want a unicorn.
Yo,
Like, what-
no kids. I mean, with
Why not
6
try?
foot.
Try for a
yeah,
minute.
no, I ain't even got a degree.
He has
I
options.
can't even call this lady. This is
Yeah.
terrible. 888-429-0941. Give me your hot 3 that you would put on your profile. We'll do it after pop. All right, 888-429-0941. We got a gang of calls and texts coming in. This out of the 813 says, I would say a guy over 6 feet, attractive and good personality. Good person / I would only say tall because as a woman, I'm 6 foot myself.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why I would require that part.
Yeah, this one says this hoe's looking for Prince Charming. I died laughing.
Okay,
Yeah,
stop.
for real.
Yo.
Out of the 813, I am on an elite dating site, and
Hmm.
I have those types of things that you can check off, but it was still hard. You guys are talking about the money, but she said a boatload and 6 foot.
A boat.
You ain't
yeah.
gonna find none of this.
What? There's what's the elite one?
Yeah, apparently.
I
Elite.
can't even
Do you
make it
want me
on
to
the
say
regular, the regular smegular one. And they got an elite one.
EliteDating.com.
EliteDating.com.
Check that out.
I don't want to.
Elite.
If what she's asking for is on there, I can't go on
Dude,
there.
I'm
Hell,
not
I can't
6
even
foot.
make it on the regular.
I'm not 6 foot.
Yeah.
My credit score is not 750.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. It's not. Like,
This person out of the 904 said, love God and his mama, make over 90K, and love to have fun. That's what they looking for.
That's good. That's awesome. I think we can bump it. Why 90? By the way,
Okay.
where'd you get that from?
I mean, because she trying to work with what she got.
I
She's
got
like,
it.
listen, I live here. I got to work down a little bit.
I just got to hit this one from Massachusetts. It says, according to statistical
You have it.
data.
Put your wallet in his mouth. You having a seizure.
According to statistical data, the probability of a guy in the U.S. male population aged over 30 to meet 40 in these standards is 0.47%. So less than a percentage.
So what you're saying is they exist.
Yeah. What you're saying is I got to
Go fishing, girl.
Yeah.
Try. And then lower your standards immediately
You should be
afterwards.
able to match your requirements. Don't ask for $150,000 in the bank if you don't have it in your savings.
Boom.
I don't necessarily agree with that. You could want to be with a partner that makes more money than you. That's okay. That's just me.
I think you want to match, Meredith. I mean, I think that person's
Match
got a good point.
Or more.
Yeah, because I mean, we both are killing it. If both of us make 150,
Yeah, whatever.
or if you make 100, if you
Right.
make 100 and they make 100, man, everything's working.
Yeah.
If I make 100 and you making 30, you like, I was really just aspiring to find somebody who make more.
Right.
Our collective ain't that. We
Well,
ain't hitting.
that's how you guys think backwards. You're okay with dating somebody that doesn't really necessarily make too much.
Wait, I got Will in Tampa. Hey, Will, what's up?
Man, good morning, guys. Good morning, Tampa.
Good morning. You hear this?
So, oh yeah, man, I heard it. I had a call, and usually I just mind my own business. But yeah, so look, I can check off all those boxes, right? Except for the kids and the height. So I'm what you call Spanish man tall, right? So I'm 5'9" and like 2/4, right?
Yep. I'm right there with you.
You Spanish man tall?
Yeah, that's tall.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah.
heard of that. I've never heard of that before.
So Spanish man tall, because like naturally, just like we short, like that's why there's no Spanish last names in the NBA. You know,
Okay,
just-
got
it's
you.
not us. It's not us. So look, so making that kind of money, having a degree, boat, house, cars, toys and stuff, like that's fine and dandy, right? But a man of that caliber doesn't want a woman that's of that caliber, because a man needs to be a man and a woman needs to be a woman. In the sense of, like the woman needs to be able to cook, clean, and keep a household filled with love, right?
Yeah.
So if you're coming at me already with like a man type energy, I don't need that.
I
'Cause
got
that's
you.
gonna be just bumping heads, like no. I need, soft, feminine, maintain the home, make it a home, not just a house, but like.
So you're not
Give me
looking for
something to
somebody
come
to be
home
on your level. You're looking for somebody to meet you at the other side with the softer, nurturing that part. That because you don't need.
Oh,
the other side.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, exactly. You know, like I don't need two Trumps in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
I
Okay.
gotcha.
All right. So you want somebody to cheer and console and hold and cook and
Right.
stuff like that. Okay.
That sounds
yeah,
nice.
yeah, pretty much. You
Okay.
know, so and I found mine. You know, so just going on 10 years married. You know, so like I'm good. I'm just
Wow.
What's your credit
You
score?
didn't ask her credit score?
Nah, not at all, man. Because you know what? Just all of that don't matter. The credit score didn't exist in America until World War II. So you know, it's like we don't. You know, I don't need any of that, man. It's all filler.
Wow. I mean, I'm gonna use that next time somebody asks me my credit score. You know what credit score. You know, I appreciate it. Well, credit score wasn't even a thing before World War II.
Yeah, but it is now.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah,
but it is now.
But I'm just saying.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, it wasn't it. All right, Jess is on the phone. Jess.
I agree with was it Spanish man tall, Spanish man tall. He got a point. He got a point, and he almost lost when he talking about something. A woman need to be a woman, you know. But he called me at the end. As far as of course, she's not looking for no man. She's looking. I think she need, of course, like Meredith said, she can keep it up there for a minute. But she needs to at least focus on like at least loyalty, because she might find that person that got all that. But he's going to have options, just like she do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to be trying to get him. He's not going to be loyal. It might be like in a fairy tale. You want him to be loyal. You want him to have good work ethic and all that good stuff. But, like, she's 30. She's done. She ain't no spring chicken. You know, she ain't no spring chicken. You know,
You ain't got to diss her, Jess.
You're going to ask for all that. You know, they're not going to want you. And I'm not saying that, but we live in this world all together, and we know what it is, and we know what it ain't. She needs to listen to her mama.
Yeah. Her mama's trying to tell her, hey,
She's trying to tell her she needs to listen to her mama, because if you ain't found nobody yet, you know what I'm saying? You 30, I'm 35. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and the pool is getting diluted.
diluted.
She needs to look for somebody that's just going to like embrace her for who she is. Loyal, you know what I'm saying, clean.
It's hard to find a loyal man with a boat. If you single and you got a boat,
Those are facts.
It's a loyal man with a bike, for real. I will work him up, not work him up, but fix him up.
Build him up.
To fix him up and build him up, and we'll multiply. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't have it, but when I met him, he'll have it, you know what I'm saying, on down the line, because we're going to get it together, you know?
Yeah. No, I absolutely get that, Mama. I love it. I think that what you're saying is what I was expecting to hear from some of our folks now. I mean, I don't think anybody out there with a boat is evil, but I'm just saying boats tend to bring evil to you.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
And
I appreciate it.
Or a lot of girls.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you got ladies in a boat and you single. If your man got
A boat.
and he's single.
And he's 6 foot.
And he's 6 foot
And
with
he got
150.
750.
Yeah, he done done some things.
750
He
credit
done done
score.
some things.
So I'm seeing a couple of people putting in the statistics again, and they're like, look up the stats on how many men over 6 feet make over 6 figures. Guy like this is not swimming in the dating pool on these kind of sites.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. But
yeah.
they do exist. They're out there. That's why I said, girl, try it for a little bit. It's probably not going to happen, and then lower your standards.
Yeah, that's like somebody who's like, hey, I'm selling my house for $200,000. And then nobody bite. They like, it's
Okay.
$172,000. You're going to be working that bitch back.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
If you want more, and I know you do, make sure you hit like and hit subscribe right below.